La 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 la. On a cold winter night in 1949, in a small little village in Orissa, Kandapoda, was born our little Maha. And Maha was born in a beautiful little jungle. And how does the jungle look and what does the jungle have? Lots of elephants, lots of tigers, lots of birds, and the elephants trumpeted, the tigers roared, and the birds chirped. Ah! Ka, 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 ka. And they all made beautiful sounds. And when the people looked out and looked up, they saw a beautiful little rainbow on that day. And that's when the village astrologer came in and told about Maha. He told that Maha will grow up and start working with colors. Yes, Maha will grow up and start working with colors. And people across the village came and looked at Maha, because Maha's birth became so popular in the little village. And they came and told that Maha is a super boy, Maha is a Mahatma, Maha is a beautiful soul, Maha is a rainbow child, and many such words. And about a week after Maha was born, when Maha was lying down in his house, a serpent, a cobra, came and put its hood above Maha. But it went away. And that's when the snake charmer came and told that the snake didn't come just to come and look at Maha, but there was rainfall dropping from the ceiling, and this cobra was protecting Maha from this. And again, the astrologer came in to tell about Maha's future. And what he told was very interesting. He told that Maha will grow up and get married to a lady not from the little village, not from the district, not from the state, not even from the country, from far away. And time went past, and Maha started growing up. His mother Kalabati was like any other tribal women in a little house, in a little village, used to do the work at the house, but also used to go out during the annual rituals and started painting other houses, like how you see here. And she was so beautiful. She had a blue tattoo on her face, she had a heart-shaped nose ring, and she had a moon on her ear. And Father Sridhar belonged to the Pan caste, and Pan caste were traditionally weavers, but then Sridhar went on to work in the post office. He worked as a small little boy in the post office, then went on to become a postman and later a postmaster. But then little Maha felt very lonely growing up, because Father Sridhar was away in the little town of Atmalek, which was 20 kilometers away, in the post office, and his two brothers also were in the boarding school. So he had no time to spend with them, and so he spent all his time with his mother Kalabati. And his mother Kalabati used to tell him stories in the night. She used to tell him stories like how I am telling you, stories of gods, stories of birds, stories of animals. And whenever he used to get afraid and used to shout, his mother Kalapati used to hug him and say, as long as you are brave, nobody will hurt you. As long as you are brave, nobody will hurt you. And again, time went past, little Maha grew up, and when he became 6 years old, he had to go to school. Though Maha's mother didn't go to school, she wanted him to go to school and achieve big things in life. So when Maha was 6 years old, his father dressed in a nice white shirt, got onto a cycle, and Maha got into the cycle, and they pedaled and went to the village school. The school was beautiful. It had rows of classrooms and a huge schoolyard where the children could play. And Maha and his father went to the classroom, and Maha's father spoke to the teacher, and Maha smiled at the teacher. Hi, teacher. And then his teacher looked at him. And Maha was asked to sit outside on the veranda. And Maha didn't know why, but Maha sat. And so Maha sat outside the classroom and was feeling a little disappointed and sad. You don't want to do that, no? So, but he had to do that. And so he started thinking. He started thinking to himself, why am I sitting outside? Why the teacher is not talking to me? Why doesn't my father talk to the teacher? Why I don't sit in the bench? And there were many questions that Maha asked himself. And after some time, the teacher came out, and the teacher came out, put some sand in front of Maha and started teaching different things on that. He started teaching him alphabets, he started teaching him words, but the teacher didn't touch Maha. He used to stand away and used to show his hand and teach him how to write and how to read. And then after some time, the bell rang, and all the kids went out to play. Don't you like to play whatever games you like to play? Imagine all that. And that's what the children, they all went out to play, and Maha got up to go to play. The teacher stopped him. The teacher stopped him and said that, what are you doing? You can't go to play with them. They are very different to you. You are very different. You need to sit here. You can't go to play. And Maha sat and started crying. And after some days, Maha understood what was happening, and so he used to cry. And whenever there was time to play, he used to sit in a corner of the ground and just cry. Bah! And this went on and on and on and on. And after sunset, he used to go hug his mama and ask his mama questions which he couldn't ask anybody. Mama, why am I sitting outside the class? Mama, why am I not allowed to sit inside the class? Mama, why doesn't the teacher touch me? And all that his mother said. And she hugged him. She hugged him nicely and told, Maha, we are jungle people. We can't enter the temples. We can't draw water with other people in the same well. We are untouchables. We are from the lower caste. And his mother also said something very important that Maha remembered for a long time. Maha, all this doesn't matter. All that matters is you have to be truthful and honest. You have to be truthful and honest to yourself and to others. And this Maha remembered for a long time. Well, Maha didn't cry all the time. There was a time when he laughed aloud in his class. You know his teacher who made him sit outside? His teacher used to sit in class and snore. And he used to snore so loudly that the kids used to laugh. And every time he used to sit and snore, his mouth used to open up. Bah. And one such day, when he was snoring like that, sitting and snoring, there was a pigeon. And this pigeon was sitting on top of the classroom, and our Maha was watching this outside. Our Maha was watching, and the pigeon was here. And the teacher was in between, and he was snoring. And this pigeon came closer, closer, and closer. And it fell on the teacher's mouth. It went directly into the teacher's mouth, and the teacher woke up, and Maha laughed. He laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And that's made Maha happy. In all the sadness that was filling his classroom time, these few moments made Maha very, very happy. And Maha grew up. And when Maha grew up and up and up, like his brothers, he had to go to boarding school. And he went to a boarding school at Malik. So he went far, far away from his mother. But then, there also, he found a beautiful little thing that kept him happy. He saw a circus. He saw a beautiful circus. And what do you see in a circus? Lots of people, lots of horses, lots of elephants. In those times, there were lions, tigers, different beings. And he used to walk across them every day. He used to see a lion and say hi. You see an elephant and say hi. You used to see a clown and say hi. He used to see a dog tamer and say hi. And he was very happy. And all these people came from different communities. From Orissa, from across the country, and he never felt like an untouchable here. He felt happy. For the first time in his life, Maha felt accepted. And time went past, and he was also offered a job. Because in the summertime, he didn't have anything to do, and so the circus manager offered him a job, and this job was that of a joker. A nice little joker who has a red little nose, and used to make fun and make people happy. And he loved that for some time. But after some time, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want people to laugh at him. So he said, I don't want to be a joker. And he gave up that job also. La 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 la. And Maha grew. From a little baby to a boy, he grew, and finally he gave his board exams. You know what board exams are, no? The first thing in life we think is the biggest achievement. Maha gave his board exam. And after his board exam, his father wanted him to become an engineer. And so he took little Maha. So Sridhar, his father, and Maha went. And Maha joined a science college. And his father thought he'll become the best engineer in the world. And Maha sat in the college, and teachers used to come and teach him physics, chemistry, maths, and every subject. And Maha was not interested. He used to yawn in class. Maths, not interested. Physics, not interested. Chemistry, not interested. Nothing interested him, but he used to sit and start drawing. He used to draw caricatures of the teacher. He used to do caricatures of his friends. He used to do caricatures of the people going past. And that's what made him very, very happy. And whenever he did that, his teacher used to give him some problems to solve. He used to start drawing. His teacher used to come and do, what are you doing in class? Pay attention. And this went on for a long time, but his teacher realized, no, this is not what Maha liked. And he told Maha, you don't want to become an engineer. Don't become an artist. Go become a painter. And Maha listened to it. And Maha ran away. Yes, he ran away from college. With 55 rupees in his pocket, Maha decided to run away from the college. He ran away, and he went into a bus, took a bus, and went to a village called Kalyapalli. And there he went to an ashram called the Bhima Boy Spiritual Center. He went to the Bhima Boy Spiritual Center, and he started reading about the founder, Bhima Boy. And through the monks who used to feed him every day, used to give him a nice little mat to sleep, he understood the philosophy and practices of the center. And over time, he used to sing and dance and do many things that made him happy. But he also understood that this was not for him. But he also understood through the philosophy of Bhima Boy that reflected his own understanding of untouchability, society, caste, and different things. But still, something in him was not okay. He still wanted to explore the world. He wanted to see the entire world. He wanted to travel outside Orissa. He wanted to travel outside Atmalik, and that's what he wanted. And again, he left the spiritual center and took a train to West Bengal. And he remembered what his teacher told about West Bengal and train. Trains are like snakes. They go zing, 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 zing. And he went on that train journey. So Maha reached Kalabhavan on a train, and Kalabhavan was situated in a small little place of Shantiniketan, which was set up by Rabindranath Tagore. And he went, checked the tuition fees, sort of affordable, but what was the problem was the hostel fees, 1 rupee a night. And Maha couldn't afford it, and he didn't want to write to his father and ask for his father's help. And so he abandoned this idea also. And then he was recommended another art school, not even an art school, this was a free school, and it was situated in Orissa itself, in Kalikot. And Maha took another train, and he went into Kalikot. And Kalikot was beautiful, set amidst the colonial mountains and houses and between the Chilika lake. And when he went inside, he was not the only one. There were hundreds of others who were waiting to apply for the school for just 33 seats. And Maha gave the entrance. Very interesting exam. He went through multiple rounds, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. He was asked to draw grapes, draw mangoes, draw caricatures, and the competition was stiff. And it was time for the results. And Maha waited. This was his last chance because he couldn't afford the schools in West Bengal, and this was the only free school, and it was the best. And the results came. And the results were not announced for those who got in, but those who couldn't. And that was gone. And then came the results of those who got through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And yes, Maha was one. He was the topper in the entrance exam, and his dream came true. For the first time in his life, Maha was very, 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 very happy. His dream of becoming a painter, an artist became true. The astrologer's words became true, and today was the happiest day in his life. This changed Maha's life forever. His dream of becoming an artist was becoming true. His teachers were the most supportive. They used to come, teach him, help him, support him, answer any questions that he asked, and they supported his dreams also. And over time, Maha became a better and better artist. And they also encouraged him to apply for scholarship. And they said, you are not meant to be in Orissa, you need to go across India. And this was a scholarship in New Delhi. And they told him, apply, Maha, you might get it. We are very talented. Why are you stopping? He applied. But he was not hopeful. He thought, where could a child who's in a very remote part of Orissa get scholarship in Delhi? And he applied. Seasons changed, the monsoon came, it rained, and there was a brown envelope that reached his house. He was not at home, he was in the college. His father saw the envelope, nice little brown envelope, opened it and took the form out, and he read it. And he told his mother, Kalabati, Maha's got a scholarship in Delhi. Wow! Isn't that great? A boy from a small town in Orissa getting a full scholarship in Delhi. And his mother couldn't understand what it was, but she knew that Maha has done something great. She really felt happy for her son who was going to go to Delhi. And that week, Maha called home and his father told this news to him, and his mother spoke, and he could hear his mother cry. His mother was crying on the phone. And his father completely gave up his dreams of Maha becoming an engineer, and he supported him becoming an artist. He told him, go to Delhi, my child, I will support you in whatever way I can. Maha got the scholarship, and it was time for Maha to go to Delhi, New Delhi, the capital of India. And Maha was packing his bags, and his mother had not eaten for 3 days before his departure. She was crying and was almost missing Maha. And Maha hugged his mother and said, Mama, it's okay. And his father also stayed back home. He didn't go to the post office those 3 days, and he helped him pack and pack and pack. And Maha got into a nice little bullock cart, and the bullock cart took him to the railway station. And for the first time, he was going to Bhubaneswar. The train took him to Bhubaneswar. It was 1971, and Bhubaneswar was huge for Maha. Big roads, ambassador cars, lots of people talking on the road, lot of different types of roads, and this was new to Maha. Lots of road sounds, ka, 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 ka. And for Maha, who's only heard elephants and tigers and bird sounds, the noise sounds of the roads was very new. And from there, Maha's train, the Utkal Express, took him to New Delhi. It was only 8 hours late, and he went to Delhi and he stayed at the Odisha Bhavan. And the first night at Delhi, Maha life was about to change. He dreamt of a Delhi which was big, huge, massive, and his time was changing. And the next day, Maha got up, freshened himself, brushed his teeth, had a bath, and put on his best clothes, and he was going to college, the Delhi School of Arts. And he saw the college, this beautiful campus, and he was walking to the college, and his entire dream of becoming an artist was coming true. His childhood hopes, his father's dream, his mother's dream, everything was coming true. Maha took a bus and entered and got dropped in front of the college, and he entered into this beautiful campus of the Delhi School of Art. And Maha was becoming more and more a professional artist. His dream was coming true and he was becoming popular. He started drawing across the city of Delhi. And one such place was a Connaught Place. And it was 1975, and he used to draw caricatures of people who were coming to Connaught Place, because even at that time, it was very, very popular tourist destination. And one such lady was Charlotte of Sweden. She had come down and she had heard that he was such a beautiful artist, and she wanted him to draw her caricature. And after some time, they fell in love, and he took Charlotte back home, and they even got married. And after they got married, Charlotte had to go back to Sweden. And when Charlotte went back to Sweden, Maha missed Charlotte, and that is when he took an epic ride. How many of you have ridden a cycle for 2 weeks continuously? That's what Maha did. In 1977, he took a cycle and went to Sweden from Delhi, and he drove the cycle for 4 months and 3 days. He went and went and went and went and met Charlotte, and they again got united. And today, our Maha, or PK Mahanandya, lives in Sweden with Charlotte. And he is a world famous artist. He is a very good friend to Charlotte, and they are happily married in Sweden. So what started as a little boy who was an untouchable, who came from a very small town, who is now the most popular artist in the world. And that is the story of our little Maha. La 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 la. Hi, my name is Vikram Sridhar and I am an oral storyteller. All the best to you lovely volunteers of Youth for Seva who are going to spend a beautiful time with children sharing the story of Maha, the rainbow child. Keep these few things in mind when you're sharing the story and your experience will be wonderful. One, look at the eyes of the children. Never take your eyes off the children because they love looking at you all the time. Number two, read the story at least once or twice, even 3 times before you share it so that you are confident of the story. Number three, it's okay to forget some things in the story because there's a difference between writing and storytelling, and when you're sharing the story very happily, you might forget some things, so just go on. So don't stop and say, oh, I forgot, and go back. Just go ahead. Number four, if it's possible, make the children a part of your story. For example, ask the children to come in and cycle to the school, like how Maha's father and him went to school, or ask the child to come and act as a serpent, or ask the child to come and act as a school teacher who the pigeon dropped its poop to, or maybe his friends in Delhi. So there are so many things you can involve the children in your story. And number five, if you want to dance, dance. If you want to sing, sing, and just be happy when you're sharing the story. Whatever you think you are the best, do that. And remember these 5, you will be a great storyteller. Thank you.